My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 2nd July 2021. The focus of our reflection: God calls anybody and everybody irrespectively. And the purpose is not so much the individual benefit, but the higher and larger good. In the Gospel from Matthew 9 to 13, we have the narration of the call of Matthew, and we shall reserve an elaborate meditation for 21st September, the feast day of Saint Matthew. But today, for our reflection, we can pick up some simple pointers. First, Jesus calls Matthew a tax collector, usually looked down as a sinner by society. Thus, God calls anyone. There is no differentiation or discrimination on the part of God. He does not go by human labels or estimates as righteous or sinner, friend or foe, important or unimportant, rich or poor, etc. Why should we put restrictions and conditions to God's grace when He Himself offers His grace to all? How can we be so selfish as to greedily own all of God's grace? Why do we feel so jealous when someone is blessed by God? All the more, how can we judge that someone does not deserve God's mercy because he is bad, as if we are so good and only we are good? Second pointer, Jesus called Matthew while he was sitting at his tax office. This may denote that God calls us anytime. His call may come to us not only when we are immersed in prayer, but also when engaged in our daily routine, in our duties. So, let us not wait to catch the voice and message of Jesus only in the quiet moments of prayer, but all through the day in everything we do. The third pointer, Jesus called them. He called Matthew, "Follow me." And Matthew rose and followed him. This is very interesting. No conversation is reported, no discussion follows, no preparations are done. It is as if Matthew is just waiting for Jesus to call him and then immediately follows him. No details are given. The point is very clear: the promptness of Matthew's response. Jesus' call demands an immediate and unhesitating response. There are no calculations, no discussions, no sorting out the issues, no conditions, no assurances, no pre-plans or future ambitions. God's call is without conditions, both on the part of God and on the part of the recipient. Fourth pointer, God calls not the righteous but the sinners. This is interesting because it makes being a sinner itself a qualification to be a follower of Christ. This does not, however, mean that only sinners become followers or all the followers are sinners or the good people will not be called. The point is, our call is not on the basis of human merit. Even holiness is not a qualification. What one is before the call is not the matter, but what one becomes after the call is the real matter. One who is called by the Lord will not complacently cling to sin, but will strive to become righteous. A sinner becomes an apostle. A despised person becomes venerated. A tax collector becomes a gatherer of souls and witness to the Lord. One who was sitting at the tax office sits at a table with the Lord. And now the direction and the directive for our life. Our call is a life to celebrate. Life becomes a celebration when the Lord is with us, and the Lord will be with us when we respond to His daily call, "Follow me," and take Him to our house so as to serve Him and then follow Him in His footsteps.